guys, welcome to Vlogtober day 13. Yeah, at this point I'm gonna have to start skipping a couple of days. Because I know I don't even want to keep saying that I'm behind because I'm not actually trying to be behind, but because the way my storage is set up, I have to upload some vlogs before I can record some vlogs. And yeah, I'm running out of space. Well, it's a good kind of pattern going, but it's kind of hard for me to like go too far ahead unless I upload the other one. But then because they're not taking forever now. They've kind of sped up. Good. But because they were taking forever, I couldn't really start on the new one because of the old one and shit and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I'm not complaining too much because I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself. So, yeah, today I'm going to be doing my hair and nails. My nubs are out. I get my nails done so much, or I do my nails so much, that sometimes I forget that I have like stubby little fingers. I have stubby little fingers. Yeah, I gotta do my toes and my nails today. About to get in the bath and go from orange to blue, because as you can see, it is throat chakra day, and I'm still on motherfucking, is it sacral? I'm still on sacral chakra. I was sleeping good as fuck. I was sleeping good. Get up for what? Get out of dreamland for what? Yeah, so I'm gonna take me a bath. Change my clothes. Probably eat a little pasta. I made some bomb-ass Alfredo last night. Kids loved it. We fucked that up. But I have been learning, because I don't think I realized until I made some spaghetti like a few days ago, that I still cook as if like it's like me and 2 kids, or me and maybe even 3 kids. And so my youngest, she's about to be 2. She's like, you know what I mean? Like, she's eating at the table with us now. So I'm starting to cook. Like, you know how the moms who be cooking food, but you still have leftovers for like the next fucking day or 2? Yep, I'm there. And it's not like I didn't cook a lot because like I don't want everyone to eat a lot. It's just that's kind of what I've been used to for so long, that like the repetition of doing it, you kind of forget, oh, you got to up it. But then also, you should make enough for, like, if everybody likes it, that they can, there's always enough for, like, seconds. But if they like it, that they can eat it again the next day. But my issue wasn't really that I didn't want anybody eating more, but that I felt like once I start adding too much, like if you start adding too much pasta or too much sauce, then it doesn't taste as good as when I make it a certain way. You know what I mean? It's like getting the recipe and only knowing how to make it that way. But then now, because you have more people, you have to add more sauce, you have to add more spaghetti, and then you have to measure the seasonings or whatever, the meat, the vegetables, to now accommodate more pasta, more sauce. So I was always worried that like it's not as good, and I've tried it before in the past, and it was not as good. It kind of tastes like watered down spaghetti. So yeah, but I'm like, fuck it, let's just up it, just up the strap. So yeah, I did that, and I'm like, damn, this shit's good. I don't think I realized how much I underestimated my own cooking. It's not like anyone's ever told me I couldn't cook, but I think it's just certain ways that people talk to you, especially in like relationships. When you're in an unhealthy relationship, it is certain ways that people talk to you that make you feel like you're not as good at what you are really fucking good at. And so you kind of play small. And even then, because you're playing small, you're not really that good at it because you're playing small. But then when you build it up, like, nah, man, I'm really good at cooking. Man, it should be so fire. I'm a better cook than I was last year. That's crazy. I'm a better a lot than I was even just last year. And last year, it ain't even been a full year yet. I love growing. Oh my gosh. I love growing. Speaking of which, today's the day. We have some stuff going on that I'm so excited about, but I'm not going to tell anybody yet because it's not, well, I guess there's no point of me saying that because you're like, well, what the fuck? Whoever sees it. Like, there's going to be thousands of people like, why would she say that and not tell us? Yeah, I'm knock that off. Yeah, so I'm just starting off this vlog because I finally can do another one. I think today's the 15th, so yeah, it's Vlogtober 13th, but I'm pretty sure it's the 15th. Let me see. Yeah, it's the 15th. I don't know how to explain how I'm behind like this, but by the time we get to Vlogtober 31st, do we have a 31st or is it 30th? Yeah. By the time we get to Vlogtober 31st, I'll probably be ending the series on like Vlogtober 25th. And I'm going to be okay with that. Because, shit. I didn't know I was going to be able to do Vlogtober fucking 3. But you know what? Willpower. We have the will. And where there is a will, there is a way. All right, let me do my shebang. I need some self-love. I need some self-care. Self-love? No. I mean, yes, I do need it, but I got it. I'm feeling good. I mean, I need some self-care to, maintain that self-love. Self-care gives you self-love. I don't know if you didn't know that, but now you do. Goodbye. Hey, what's up, you guys? Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have officially changed. I'm now meeting. We are one, aligned with the chakras. My camera looks so blurry. What's happening? Hello? Help. Anywho, so I just got done doing this TikTok, and I kind of want to say the same thing here. Because I know I don't really talk about this stuff that much on my YouTube as much as I do on my TikTok. But it was about, like, love spells. And why people say that love spells don't work is because you can't impede on somebody's free will. Or the reason why when they do work and they backfire is because you can't impede on somebody's free will. But this lady was having a different take on it, basically saying that she doesn't think it's about free will. She thinks it's about timelines, right? So if you want this person and you do a love spell, right? And now you're putting that out on the universe. Oh, that's a sunflower. I was like, is that a motherfucking bug? Whew, I haven't seen a bug in this apartment in almost a year. Stop playing with me. That scared me. Anyways, she was saying, like, basically when you manifest a person, a specific person, and that person is not coming off as a person who you should be aligning yourself with. They're not a good person. Maybe they're a cheater. They're like a runner, like avoidant attachment style type of person, a narcissist, those type of people. And when you put a love spell on them, you're basically using magic, right? You're kind of going beyond just like manifesting it. You're like putting a lot of energy in it. You're like basically, you're telling everybody and everything spiritual wise in the universe that you want this person. And that's a lot stronger when you put more than just your energy in it. When you're putting, yeah, anyways. So, because I ain't about to try to give nobody no love spells. So basically what you're doing is you're not forcing them to do anything that they don't want to do. She's saying that you're basically manifesting these things and you're aligning yourself into a timeline in which you and that person get together. And I think that's an awesome take. However, I think it's both. I think it is both about free will and alignment. Because no, you cannot impede on this person's free will. And a lot of people say that, that's why people go crazy, is because you're impeding on their free will. I don't necessarily think that you're impeding on their free will as in you are taking their free will away from them. Kind of like what she's saying. But I do think that once you put yourself in an alignment where that person, you two, get together, you have to understand that that person still has their free will. And they are using that free will. And unless you yourself heal something within you, like I was saying on my TikTok, it's like the show Loki. I love that show. Or like the movie Infinity War. or was it Endgame? Whichever one where Doctor Strange does the thing where he's trying to see all the different, Infinity War, where he's trying to see all the different outcomes if they do all these different things, and he said there was only one outcome. The reason why the chance is so fucking slim, because everyone would have to put themselves in the position for the outcome, like in Loki, for that timeline to spread into all these different timelines. You have to make a decision. The reason why I can see myself in a multitude of different timelines is because I know that I've done the work to do a multitude of different things. If you say, like, for instance, I say I'm a singer and I put a spell out there where I become a singer. I'm a singer and I put myself, don't worry about that. I'm a singer and I put myself, I do a spell and I'm manifesting. I am going to be an amazing singer. I am going to be the world's biggest star. I'm going to be this influential singer. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I put all that in that spell. If I don't ever do the work, I'll never see that come to light. So if I'm not willing to put myself out there, if I'm not willing to go network, if I'm not willing to answer to calls or casting calls or whatever the hell, if I'm not willing to join like shows or whatever, if I'm not willing to learn how to sing, if I'm not willing to take lessons or, do some vocal training, if I'm not willing to put myself out there, let's say I do that and then I start getting all these calls. There's people hitting me up on social media. Oh my God, can you do a feature in this? Can we, you know what I mean? If I say no. Oh, well, I will only be a singer for you if you drop 50K on me and you must make sure my water is like you have to put yourself in the position to be able to accept what will come with being a singer. It's not just about sounding good or writing a good song. You have to be able to put yourself in those places. And that is why a lot of people don't make it, because of the fear behind not just singing. It could be the fear behind singing in front of people. It could be the fear of like stage fright. It could be the fear of what people have to go through when they become big, or the fear of making money, or the fear of what other people are going to say about you, or how people are going to perceive you. Like all of that is blockages in your manifestations. So you may have all the power in the world to be able to manifest that person with you, i.e. why it works, because you are desperate. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say that, but when you do a love spell on someone, that is desperation. You think that you can't find someone better than them, or you are so used to not getting anything that when someone pays you attention, no matter how fucked up they may seem, you like, no, I want that. I need it. 555, baby. They're like, oh no, I want that. I need it. I need to have that. You don't see or care for all the red flags. So not only are you putting blockages, but you are putting desperation in the spell. You're not putting love, because if it was about love, you probably wouldn't be doing the spell. You're putting desperation and obsession and all that into that because you're obsessed. You're desperate. So what do you think they're going to receive when it comes to them, right? Now you're in this timeline where they want you, and now they're obsessed and all that. But you also have to remember that they still have their free will. So if they have never done any work to change themselves, you have to remember that this person sucks ass. So what they're going to do when they now just want to give all their love to you is give you what they perceive love to be. And what is that? Putting their hands on you, cheating on you, expecting you to stay after them doing X, Y, Z. It doesn't matter how horrible they are. To them, love is, no matter what we go through, no matter what I put you through, you're supposed to stay. And of course you're not going to want to, because most people typically don't want all that. They said this love spell was going to make that man do X, Y, Z, flowers and roses. That's not what's going to happen, because they have free will. And if they don't see that as loving, then that's not what they're going to give you. They see loving as, if I call you at 5, you better answer at 5. Anything past 5:05, I know you cheating on me, ho. And now they about to do wild. It's not funny, but like now they about to do wild shit, because that's what they think love is. They do still have their free will. So they're still going to treat you how they want to treat you, how they think love is supposed to look. And typically in men like that, love to them is men doing fucked up things, women sitting their ass at home. You better have dinner ready or whatever. You better have that motherfucking wide open and ready for me as soon as I get there. Don't ask no questions. Don't look at me sideways, ho. It's not good. So that's why you shouldn't be doing that shit. This is why I say I don't give a fuck who you are. If you ever thought I put a love spell on you, I did not. Because you already don't look good to me. I'm basically asking the universe to have you stuck to me. And I'm already complaining about what it's like to half-ass have you? Man, I've been down there before, and I ain't talking about it in a spell work way. You're just sticking it out with someone for a long time. And then you realize that, ew. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been with a man for a long ass fucking time, and by the time we got to the last year of our relationship, year 8 or 8.5, that's why I left him. I didn't leave him because he cheated on me, because then I should have been left. I didn't leave him because we got in so many fights. I didn't leave him because I ended up in jail. I didn't leave him for all the disturbing other stuff. I left him because when it all caught up to me, while it was nice and quiet, it was peaceful. You know, everybody's like, nah, yeah, look, he's paying your bills, and you got him. Whole time I'm thinking, all I see is all that he's ever done to me, and all of the fun and joy of life that I've missed out on. All of the ways that I proved to myself that I do not love myself. And you telling me by the end of this, I get a man... I get a man who doesn't even like to properly groom himself. I got to smell funky feet, snoring. And I don't care that men snore. If you're with like someone who's like, they just feel just so good and perfect to you, right? And he snores. I'm going to be asleep with him. I'm going to stick beside him. It's not going to keep me up. It's not going to keep me up. I don't care. I'm going to fall asleep. And we may make a joke like, oh, you snoring. You were snoring. And who cares? I know I slept good though. I was asleep. But when you've been with a man who's been cheating on you for 7 fucking years, lying to you about it, to the point that you think you're crazy, to the point that you've actually decided a couple of times that maybe I should check myself into a mental hospital. Yeah, I've been there. I've had to call numbers and be like, hey, am I nuts? Now, obviously, I'm not like, hey, my man said I'm crazy because I said he cheated on me. Like, I was never calling on that. But when you constantly... as a woman, or even a man too. Yeah, even a man too. When you constantly keep ignoring your intuition, and your intuition's telling you to leave, and you don't, you are going to drive yourself crazy on a deep, spiritual, mental level. To the point where, yes, you're going to want to take yourself out. And I've had to call the people. Like, hey, I ain't feeling too good. Mr. Stark, I'm not feeling too good at all. When you've dealt with all of that shit and you finally decide to heal, now you're at the gym, motherfucking... Why does my phone keep vibrating? Hello? What's going on? Oh, don't worry about that. I'm just playing. Let me hurry up, though, because... But yeah, but when you know what I mean? Like, if you're the type of person who likes to be girly and you're not being girly for years, I don't even feel like a woman. I feel like a fucking dude. And then you got somebody who's like, how come you don't dress up? You don't dress up. And this is why I cheat on you. He never said that, but you basically know what they're trying to say. How come you never dress up no more? How come you never dress up no more? And then you find out that the person that cheated on you dresses the fuck up. Maybe not like that. Let me not give her too much, see. But definitely dressed up, right? And then as soon as you dress up, who are you trying to cheat on me with? You imagine if I put a love spell on that. Ah! Yeah, it would backfire. It was so backfire. Because I would be running for the fucking... I could not imagine if that man was stalking me. Oh my God. I remember one time we went out on... I went out on a date. Like, I was leaving him. This was the first time. Like, not the time that I officially left him, but the first time I actually tried. I stopped drinking. I started hitting the gym. I was making money. This is before I had my last daughter. And I think I've hinted at the story about my last daughter and why I decided to get my tubes tied. Because there was no way nobody was going to try to take me out my spot. He was trying to take me out. Okay? So before I had my last daughter, I was done. I was like, oh yeah, you're not going to keep trying to play me. You're not going to keep trying to make it seem like I'm some big girl, because I gained a lot of weight. And the whole time, he's cheating on me with somebody who's big. Bigger than me. And I'm not saying, like, there's anything wrong with being big, but don't be like, oh, you gained so much weight. Oh, you need to go to jail again because you lost a lot of weight while you was in jail because you wasn't eating that food. Ha, ha, ha. And this girl's bigger than me. Keep talking about me for being young, but this girl's younger than me. It's wild. But it's not about, I realize that. It's not about that. It's not about anybody being big or small or fit or skinny or big booty or big boobs or small booty or, you know what I mean? It's not even just about a type. Those type of men don't have types. They'll fuck anyone who looks like anything. And she was not ugly, so it's not about that. But they'll fuck somebody who's ugly. They'll fuck somebody who's prettier than you. Somebody who's bad. Somebody who look like they just, just hit the pipe. Because it's about control. It is about making the other person feel like they're not like the other person. If you're big, then they're going to cheat on you with somebody who's skinny and then keep talking about how skinny this person is. Or not even like that, because they're not going to put it in your face like that. Because people always say like, well, how come you didn't leave him if you knew? You don't know. You don't know at first. At first, they're just making these jokes and you're wondering why they keep making these jokes. You don't actually see the skinnier girl or the thicker girl. You don't see that the chick is non-black, or if you're non-black, then that the chick is black. You don't see that. They just keep making these jokes, or they'll use actors or actresses or singers to compare you to. Oh, I like this actress because I love it when they speak Spanish when they're mad. And then every time you get mad, why black bitches always getting mad about stupid shit? A Latina would never cuss me out for cheating. The fact that they even be saying stuff like that is crazy to me, because she probably gonna cut your ass and spray some lemon juice on you. She probably gonna do a whole lot worse than anything I've ever motherfucking did. You know what? Well, maybe not, because I was a little crazy. But we gonna be up there neck and neck. Hello? We be in jail together. But they'll compare you. They'll compare you to these different women, and then the whole time you're like, well, why? And as soon as you find out what the women look like, oh, that's why when I'm skinny, I'm being compared to, because I've been the smaller person. It's like, I like thick. And it's like, why won't you just date a thicker chick? If you're cheating on me with thicker chicks, then clearly you can get thicker chicks. So why are you talking to somebody who's fucking skinny? And at that time, I had some booty, but I didn't really have the girth. Basically, like when you're older, I think when you get thicker, it looks a bit different than when you're slightly slim thick when you're younger. Sometimes you get a little bit more like girth in it. The hips start spreading. You know what I'm saying? And then, or vice versa, or whatever. But the point is to make you feel like shit. Because if they know you'll never leave, if you're the chick that never leaves, they genuinely want you to never leave. They don't want you to leave. You are like a supply. You are like the vampire's best kept fucking blood secret, right? And don't you have like some type of personality or some type of light to you? Maybe you're a good person in some type of way. They will drain your ass motherfucking dry until you're ugly. Until you're ugly, you don't love yourself, and then they'll just look at you and just disgust. Then at that point, they hate you. But you're still good supply, right? They may even leave you alone for a while because, like, okay, you too dried out, ho. So then they even leave you alone for a while so you can replenish yourself, so you can get nice and juicy again. So you get nice and pumped. And then they're going to be like, oh, I just want my family back, baby. I love you, girl. You know I love you. I love you and these kids. Suck your ass dry again. Until they cannot suck you dry anymore. And by the time they can't suck you dry anymore, you hate niggas. You're mad as hell. It's fuck everybody. I'm never going to date again. I will never be married again. Because now they know your ass. Ain't nobody going to pick you up. At least that's what they think. Or nobody worth a damn. Is it? No, it's not. But yeah, so don't do love spells because you don't know what you're asking for. You know what I'm saying? You have an idea. Oh, I want this, I want that. And this is why people say the self-love thing. I think it's getting to the... Nah, I don't think so. But I do see it every now and again where people are like, well, everybody keep fucking saying that. What the fuck is that anyway? Means you need to do some work because why are you that mad? But, no, that's why people are saying it. That's the whole point. What do you want someone to give you? If you want somebody to be fanning your ass with the fucking feathers, the most pierced fucking ostrich feathers in the land, while they feed you grapes, then you need to lay your stupid ass down. Because why the fuck would you want that? But lay your stupid ass down right there. Yeah, figure it out. How the fuck you gonna fan yourself and feed yourself some grapes? If you feel stupid doing it, it's because it is stupid. So, get your shit together. And whatever it is that you respectfully want somebody else to do for you. You want somebody to fucking just basically, if you want somebody to do some weird shit, try to do that shit to yourself. Feel how stupid it looks. Change your mind and ask for something respectfully. I would want someone when I do self-love work and I cater to myself. I do that because this is what I either would want someone to be doing for themselves. So when they see me doing it, they don't make them dumbass. Who you doing all that for? What you looking this good for? Oh, you ain't even going nowhere. Why are you doing all of that? You telling me when you don't leave your house, like let's say you have a day where you're not leaving your house. You don't wash your ass? You wouldn't do bubble baths and roses because no one else sees you doing it? You wouldn't light candles because other people don't see you doing it? So I'm supposed to record myself or have a man come over every time I want to light some fucking candles? I do that for myself every single day. The only time I would ever okay, I'm going to just take a shower is I legit have to have no time. And I make time for myself. Of course, if there are moments like that, which is very rare, but if there are, I give myself grace because then I would never want it to be I would never want a man to be you do this for me every day, and how come you ain't doing it today? Right? So I wouldn't want that. So I wouldn't do that to myself. So I give myself grace. It's not like I'm oh, I didn't take that bath today. Oh, fuck. I don't do that. Because I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me, and I wouldn't want to do that to somebody else. If there is a moment where there is a lapse in what we normally do, I would never want it to be now all of a sudden we don't love each other because we've been doing this for 30 days straight and you missed today. Sometimes shit happens. Sometimes we gotta rush. Sometimes things come up. Hell, there are times I get in my bath, I'm all relaxed, and maybe the kids is arguing or fighting. I gotta jump straight out. Well, bath done. There's no reason to go cussing everybody out. Mediate the situation. It feels like it's I'm not even gonna get back in. I wash my ass. That's good enough. Boom, we're out. Grace. Because that's what I would want that's what I would want to give to somebody else, and that's what I would want somebody to give to me. So obviously it has to be humanly possible, right? I don't jump through hoops to get things and do things because I wouldn't want somebody to be expecting that from me. This is why when I get to a point in a relationship where someone starts to show that they don't like me for real, we got to break up. Because I would never want you to think that every fucking single day I'm going to be pressing my hair, and now by the motherfucking end of the year I ain't got no hair, I'm bald headed. Yes, sometimes you got to see my motherfucking, what they used to call me in grammar school, you got to see my Harriet Tubman ass hair. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like that, you have to go. There are times where the hair got to get put up. So basically, for the motherfucking every single day you see me, you're oh, your hair's so pretty, it always smells good, blah, blah, blah. That is because I take care of my hair. I would never want anyone to think that I'm going to sit here with my hair pressed out or in heated or doing too much so that I can appear as a non-black woman. If you want a non-black woman who fucking does this shit all day, then get her. But I promise you, by the end of the year, she's going to be bald-headed. That's just how it is. There are moments with every woman in every hair type where you gotta do a little bit of putting up, or you're not gonna have no fucking hair. I don't care what type of hair type you have. If you straighten your hair every single day, your hair is going to fall out, or you're gonna have bald patches, or you're gonna have different levels of hair, or your hair is gonna be dry and brittle, or it's gonna have that weird ass fucking smell. It's gonna have that heat damage smell, that chemical burn smell. It's gonna, ugh. I hate the way hair smells when it stinks. It's just weird. It's scalpy. Smells like sweaty scalp. But yeah, it's one of them things. The same thing with a man. I feel like we put too much expectations on people that we can't even fucking do with ourselves. You want a man that has his fucking abs and all this stuff, but then every time he's at the gym, why are you always at the gym? You're always at the gym. You probably talking to bitches while you're at the gym. That body ain't turning into that body talking to bitches every day. That body look like that body because there's discipline, which is why half the motherfucking people y'all be fucking with don't got no body. They not working out. Talking about some, oh yeah, I'll work you out all right. That working out ain't gonna get you the body that men get because they are spending at least 30 minutes to an hour in the gym multiple times a week. You can't fuck a woman enough to get a body that these men be having because they be in the gym. I want a man with money, 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 money. He needs to spend some time at work. If he's spending a lot of time with you, unless his work is at home, he still has to spend some time, though, not in your face. But that is where self-love comes in. If you have enough self-love to yourself, or you have enough things going on that you can do for yourself, you wouldn't be trying to spend 24/7 with people. If you really loved yourself, you would not be spending 24 hours with someone. Excuse me. And I was the type of person who I used to get mad at my ex for always being at work. But then I found out why, because he was always cheating. He was always cheating at work. But hear me out. Because he was always spending time at work, but we were always broke. How we always have to fucking tip this and take a little bit out of that. And I still got to pay for stuff because you don't have enough because I ain't got it. But you're always at work. That's not what I'm talking about. That nigga's cheating. He's got a work wife. Or a couple. I've learned that, though. Men who spend a lot of time at work, but they don't ever have money, or they're very cheap or frugal, and not in a I have a good amount of savings type of way. I mean, they don't got shit in the fucking savings account. They're fucking a lot of women at work. They're busy, all right. And they ain't got them motherfucking gym bodies. I promise. They do not got the bodies that the niggas got at the gym. Well, wait, I've been seeing some gym. Let me stop. Because what's funny to me is, with my ex, he was always at the gym and he was always at work. But it's like, where is the evidence? Because the moment I started working a lot, and the moment I started going to the gym, my body changed like that. My motherfucking body changed like that. And honestly, I genuinely feel like that is why he cheated on me the very last time he did with somebody younger, like 10 years younger than us. Because I feel like he needed to throw something in my face. And even that didn't work because I don't give a fuck. I know I'm not going to say it like that. I did crash out. I didn't crash out immediately. I got my shit together. And that's when, I started working. The reason why I crashed out was because... So basically, why do I say basically? I was at the gym after work. I got off work. I was at the gym. I remember I was taking these pictures. Booty was fucking phenomenal. Like, basically, the booty I got now, maybe a little smaller as far as how I like my circumference. I like to be small at the top, even smaller at the bottom, a bit hippie at the, smaller at the waist and a big hippie, like a pear shape. But I do like my waist to be still a bit smaller than my bust. So I wasn't there yet, but I noticed my ass was getting like lifted, right? I was feeling so good. Niggas was trying to holler. I got a man. This nigga locked me out the house. He usually would pick me up from the gym. He didn't pick me up. And then when I finally got there, I walked home because it wasn't far and I love walking. So it was just whatever. But then locked me out. No, let me not say it like that. I think I said I didn't want to be picked up because I wanted to walk home. And I think he felt some type of way about that. And he locked me out. And it's like, after all you've done. Now imagine if I was like, because at that time I had just started doing hoodoo or root work. I just had started being spiritual. But imagine if that was the first spell I did. Because that was why the conversation was brought up, was because most people who start getting into their spiritual stuff, kind of trying to let go of everything we do as black people is evil, even though literally they're doing that shit right in your faces, and that's why your dumbass keep watching them fucking stupid ass movies and listen to that dumbass music, because it's spell work. It's got you addicted and you don't even know. But yeah, they were saying like most people who, when they get into that thing, my lips look dry, my bad. Their first thing is always love spells. And yeah, I would agree. And I didn't even know that then that was like the worst thing you could do. I just knew at that time, because of him, I was not interested in love. I was interested in getting my fucking shit back. So things was happening to me fast as fuck, because the first thing I did was protect myself. And something, I just know it. I feel like the ancestors was proud as fuck the ancestors was proud of me for choosing for my first root work to be a protection spell. I put a my words is getting beside me. It is throat chakra day. Why can't I speak? My first working I did was protecting myself. And yeah, and mind you, y'all gotta understand, no matter what you do, it's not gonna be pretty. Not if you do it right. It's not gonna be, I did a protection spell. Oh, yay! No, a protection spell is going to make everyone who it does not see good for you is gonna shoo them away. So yeah, I lost a lot of people after I did that spell. I didn't lose nothing, actually. I didn't lose anything. But it basically showed and revealed to me who wasn't for me. And I started cutting people off. Boom, 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 boom. Left and right, left and right. And obviously it wasn't easy. It was not easy. I know the way that I say things now, it just makes it seem like, yeah, and I glowed up and I was like, bam, boom, bop, shaplow. Don't give a fuck. It wasn't that easy. But I kept going because I knew it was right. Yeah. Money stopped looking funny. I remember even to the point where I was apologizing to certain people for certain things that I did. And people in my family members, one of them was like, get your money up, not your funny up. Nobody was taking, I don't say nobody. Certain people, the people who should have been closest to me, was not taking me seriously. I was genuinely trying to apologize to them for not being there for them and being like, what everyone thought I was, which was like selfish and only caring about myself and only thinking about myself type shit. And it's funny because when he said that, it's like, I ain't did nothing but since. The money ain't been looking funny since I cut motherfuckers off. Side note, having certain people in your life will make your money look funny, for sure. If you have been the type of person who has not seen money in your life for a very long time, or your money is always short, or you're always out of money, it's somebody in your life, look around you, put this volume down. Yeah, it's them. I mean, it's not everybody. Don't go in no psychosis and thinking that everybody around you is out to get you. Don't do that. You know who the fuck is the problem. You don't have to guess. A lot of times when people are the problem, you don't have to guess. And if you don't know, do a revealing spell. You don't have to do nothing to anybody. This is what I cannot stress this enough. You never have to put a spell on people. You never have to hex anybody. You never have to curse anybody. If you do stuff on yourself, it will reveal it for you. Because ain't no motherfucking power like the power of karma. Karma happens to people when nobody's doing nothing at all. Because if your intentions is to hurt someone, and you have to understand that spell work is also just you saying things, i.e. spells. Spelling, I should say. Spell work sometimes is just what you say to people. Spell work is in the power of the tongue. The power is in the tongue. If somebody is constantly belittling you, they are putting a curse on you. Because what you're going to do is you're going to believe it, and then you're going to have it in your head, and you're going to keep replaying it. And if you're not the type of person who knows how to release things, you're just going to keep letting it play. One day you're eating macaroni and cheese. Man, that motherfucker said I was ugly. You doing your taxes. I can't believe that motherfucker said I was ugly. And then you telling everybody, I don't believe I'm ugly. I don't believe that. But you won't let it go because you believe it. You believe it. You have to take ownership of what it is that you truly believe in yourself. Let go of what everybody else thinks, because that is why or how they can put a spell on you. If somebody were to call me ugly today, it wouldn't fucking matter tomorrow, because I'm going to tell myself 11 times before that, between that, after that, that I am beautiful. You don't have to tell me I'm beautiful. I don't have to wait for somebody to say it, because I don't need that, because I tell myself that enough. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes spell work is literally just someone saying something. So sometimes a love spell can literally just be a person saying, you will never leave me. And instead of you being like, I wouldn't say that. Or instead of you being like, I would if you did X, Y, Z. I always say that. Oh, I love myself. Because even before I even knew what spell work or spirituality or any of that was, it will always be a narc motherfucker. Yeah, never leave me. And I always say that. I would always say that. I will if you cheat on me. I will if you put your hands on me. I will if you touch my kids. And what I do every time a motherfucker put his hands on me? Gone. She's a goner. What I do every time somebody, if I even suspect the motherfucker cheating on me, I'm leaving. Because what you not finna do is pass no STDs, which is sexually transmitted diseases, or sexually transmitted infection. What the hell? STDs. What the hell was the other one? Oh, sexually transmitted demons. You will not be soul tying me with any of them hoes. And what I do? I leave. The moment I'm out of there. I'm out of there. I'm out of there. And even when I found myself stuck, I know now that the only reason why I was stuck as I was with my ex is because I was drinking. My portal, my crown was wide the fuck open. On the days let's say I'm not drinking. I wake up and I'm not drinking. Excuse me. I'm already thinking about how I'm about to change my life. I'm plotting. I'm scheming. I'm a Gemini. I'm constantly thinking about how the fuck I'm going to get out of something when I'm in something I don't like. I can't stop doing it. It's my Trump. You know, Trump's a Gemini. That's crazy. He making us look bad. Anywho, so is Kanye. Like, hello? We got to figure this out. Kendrick got us up, but these two got to get their shit together because they got us looking a fucking mess. Anyways, yeah. So when I'm not drinking, it's like I'm fine. But then as soon as I start drinking, it's like I went crazy. It's like, who is she? Why is she begging? And it's like in my head, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm loud as hell in my head. Like, what are you doing? Why are you texting this man? But outside, I'm just like, bop, 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 motherfucker, stupid ass. Stupid ass motherfucker. Knowing damn well that's not me. I don't have time to be sitting at 4 o'clock in the morning cussing a nigga out when I already know what he's doing. Just because I can't prove it does not mean that I don't know. Your intuition is everything. Ugh. Yeah, don't do no spell work on nobody, though. For real. Because, honestly, when you get them, you get all that comes with them. Most people aren't doing love spells and saying... most people aren't doing love spells in which they're being like, okay, I saw one where somebody did do this, actually. She did a love spell, but basically he will never cheat on her. But then he was, like, hurting her. Or the one where I think a woman even did be more specific about those kind of things. But then the whole thing was that the man was literally sitting there like a zombie. And then they're like, because she took away his free will. I don't think that's it. I don't think it's that she took away his free will, and that's why he was looking like that. I think it's just because he didn't know how else to be. Imagine if all you know is violence and abuse. What would you do if that's all you knew, but you don't do that anymore? He ain't got no fucking hobbies. He doesn't know what love is, so he doesn't know how to show it. He's not affectionate, so he's not showing anyone affectionate. He can't hold a conversation, so he's not a conversationalist. He's not intelligent. He has no education. He's not curious about anything. All he wants to do is beat bitches and niggas and fucking hoes. But he doesn't do that anymore, because in this timeline, he doesn't do that anymore. But he has to, with his own free will, decide that he wants more than beating on people and fucking on people. He didn't make that choice. Now you fucking jet fast him into a reality where he doesn't do at least the two things he loves to do. So what you think he gonna be doing? Sitting the fuck there, staring, watching shows, bored, boring. You wanna know why these niggas? You wanna know why these niggas be boring as fuck when they're in your presence? It's because they're not doing the things that they normally would do that they consider fun because they're pretending to be this good guy. Why don't he talk about nothing else? There are men out here who be having conversations about archery and rock climbing and sports but if he's not doing any of those things, that's why, or because even the ones that talk about sports, but we talking about the ones who think they do sports. They used to do sports. So what they be doing? Sitting on the motherfucking couch watching sports. Oh, how come he don't talk to me like he talked to his friends? Because he's talking to his friends about bitches. He can't talk to you about bitches. So he got to sit here and pretend like he's into these sports. He ain't got nothing else going for himself. He's boring. He sucks. Get rid of him. Fuck the love spell. Or unless you do it on yourself, do one on yourself. And even then, you still have to be careful with that. Even then, you still have to be careful with that because you don't want to just become the person who's like, oh my God, I'm so fucking hot. Well, I mean, do what you want. There's nothing too wrong with that. But if you still have to do work on yourself though, because then you're going to be paying attention a lot to yourself, but you don't want to be paying attention a lot to yourself in this judgy way. Oh, why does my lips look like that? Oh my, because people don't talk about this enough. Now you're just judging yourself. You have to go deep on all parts. I love my eyebrows. I love my eyelashes. I love my lips. I love my cheeks. I love my collagen levels. I love my skin texture. I love my skin color. I love my hair texture. I love my hair length. I love my hair porosity. You got to say all of it because you don't want to just get to the point where you're just like fucking nitpicking on yourself. Or, oh, this doesn't look good. Or what if somebody else doesn't like this? You got to get rid of the part where you care about what other people perceive. You putting yourself together, but you're still putting yourself together in the lens of if somebody else is looking at you versus putting yourself together in a lens of you looking at you. This is why they say shadow work is important. You don't ever want to just jump straight into the works. I did a protection spell and I did mad fucking shadow work. Oh my God, when I tell you I spent 2 years damn near just crying. 2 whole years. Before I felt the way I feel now, it was 2 years of me writing. I'm telling you, journals out the wild fucking zoo. Pencils broken. I mean, I don't even think I write as much as I do now because I wrote so much. Journals everywhere. Because that was one of the things that I needed to heal, was getting back into writing because of the fear I had of somebody seeing what I write. Because I've had multiple people read my journals, my diaries, from family to ex to the other ex. They would read my shit, and that would be how I get out how I feel, or that would be, and it's not all negative, but it's how I'm getting my shit out. So we're talking about 2 years of writing, shadow work, get you a shadow work book. Praying, crying, throwing things away, not feeling afraid of throwing things away that people gave me. I threw out mad shit people gave me, and I didn't even officially get rid of like damn near everything that anyone's ever given me in the last couple of years until New Year's. The passing New Year's. Yeah. That's when I pretty much threw away everything. And sometimes I still find myself being like, oh, I wish I didn't throw that away. But no, you got to get rid of it. You got to get rid of those things that remind you of that person. You got to get rid of those things that person gave to you out of pity. It wasn't like certain things I had. It wasn't like somebody was like, oh my gosh, Mickey, do you want this? I didn't realize until way after that people were giving me things out of charity because they thought I needed it, even though they actually had things of mine that were mine that I bought and would not give it back. How you giving me a motherfucking pair of shoes out of charity, but all I want is my books? I just want my motherfucking books back. I could get me some shoes. I want my books. Give me my books back. I had start a whole new library collection, a whole new globe collection, a whole new I would have like little trinkets and things that people gave me, things that people did for me for my birthday. Like, give me that shit back. Give me my old journals back. Y'all want to give me some fucking purses? I don't want a bag. I don't even like purses. I don't even fucking like purses. I had to throw all that shit away. I don't need none of that shit. I don't wear purses. I wear a fucking satchel at the very most. Give me them side bags. I'm one of them. I just don't like them. But yeah, do self-love work, protection work. I know jump-starting into spirituality is, people still even have a fear of saying that. Like sometimes when I say like, I find myself stuttering when I say I do spell work. Because people automatically jump into like, you're just like, oh! It's like, it's fucking, like you're praying to the devil. Like, I'm out here praying to Hedwig and shit. Like, Hedwig got anything to do with this. Hedwig back there like, I don't know what the fuck. She ain't sacrificing nothing to me. I just got to stand here. Like, it don't never got to be none of that. And you have to understand, you also have free will just like everybody else. If you don't want it to be that, it's not going to be that. No one's coming to get you. Unless you start doing some weird ass shit. Don't do weird shit. It's not that hard. Y'all be acting like somebody like, put your fucking hand right there with the blood and the pencil. Put it down there. Put it the fuck down there right now. No, that's not how it comes. That's not how the devil entices you. The devil doesn't entice you with a gun to your head and fucking cut your fingertip and put the blood on the fucking paper, bitch. No, they don't entice you that way. They entice you with a stack of fucking money and your greedy ass over there like, oh, I gotta get it. I wonder how many bitches I can get with this stack. And now you purposely doing this shit. You're intentionally doing this with all of your might and all your energy because your greedy ass want big booty bitches and money. Don't do that. You're gonna get old. You know what I mean? You're gonna get old and wrinkly. And now you're getting big booty bitches who just want to stand beside you for the fucking the clout and give me some money, daddy. But they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. That's crazy that I feel like I know more than men seem to know, or not I specifically. Women know more than men know. That a lot of women are called sex workers because they will stand around men. They will stand around men, get paid for that, to look cute, to look good, and get some money, get a bag. And when these men start to ask for more than that, they will drop them. This is why these men always have new women. They don't always have new women because they just want new women. They sometimes have new women because they have to keep cycling them out. Because some of these women aren't going to give it up. A lot of these women aren't going to give it up. And then they're mad about that. So now they're mad, like, oh, you ain't nothing but a gold digger. Where do you think gold digger came from? Gold digger didn't say, oh, I paid you and she gave that ass up. That's where a hoe came from. That's where, a 304 came from. A gold digger is a woman who uses a man for money. Not a man who uses a woman and gives her money. Y'all know this. Y'all know you not finna really get none of the cooch. But you still gonna sign your name thinking you gonna come up on something. And then that's why when a man, these trifling ass niggas finally get a woman, that's why when they want to start doing all this goddamn abusive ass shit. Because they're trying their hardest to keep you. Because they know they not finna get too much more like you. Especially the women that they be like, fucking that. They're not gonna get much more like you. They're gonna get the chicks who just, hello, where's that money? And they gonna dip. You might even get the crack it open. But you're not finna see her again, and it might not be worth it. Ooh, it might not be worth it. It might smell strange for a little piece of change. Don't do no low spills, y'all, please. It ain't worth it.